recording.
Okay. So thank you very much. So I hope you will allow me to share.
Oh, do I have to go turn it? Screen share?
Yeah.
I'll look ready to host or something. Hold on. You should be able to share now. Can you share now? Okay.
I will. I think yes. So I will do one thing. I would take this general thing. Yeah.
Okay.
All profit centers, so I can do a completely new presentation.
Okay. I said it to all participants can share screens, so you should be able to share the screen.
Okay, I will open this now, so I can have it ready, and then I will go through the information. The only information missing here is the hotlines data, so you can say them that you can read it and say that this is just for.
Yeah.
So okay. It's. So thank you very much for this meeting, and I'm Elvis from Elite Travel Group, and this is a short presentation of the company in this given short given time to explain and to tell you what we are, what we do, and what we will do together in the future. So Elite Travel Group is one of the longest established company based in Albania, but which works with entire region like Eastern Europe. So we are established in 2000, like 21 years now, and in the market. At the beginning, as always, we did like a small travel agency, sells tickets of different airlines and ferry tickets, and then we slowly moved to the outbound business with Albanians going around in the region of the Balkans, and then later on in 2-3 years time, 4 years time, we said why we're doing this for Albanians, why we don't do it for the foreigners. The first groups we received at the time were from Germany. Actually, in 2004 we received the first tourists from Germany. We remember as of today it was like a May group. Studio Raza Nikolitis, where we started the first operations on inbound, and then we grew very well in the market. Sooner or later, I mean, the next markets coming on beside the German market on Studio Horizon or the study tours. We started with UK market, and then with Nordics, France, and then after the market opened wide, and then we started to do other business. So that was our story. But in the past few years, we have seen by numbers, by UNWTO numbers, that the number of the tourists from Eastern Europe have increased significantly. So that is the reason that today we are here, because we want to discuss and also, beside Western Europe, to consider also Eastern Europe, which is a very great source market, especially your market could be, which is Egypt or Middle East, it depends. And we've seen that there is a lot of interest, and therefore this is the presentation which we will tell you. So this is our company structure. Actually, we have another one, which is Elite Coaching under Elite Hospitality. So we are Elite Travel Group. We have, for the moment, we have 8 profit centers, and it is Elite DMC, which is an inbound incoming tour operators, which is for B2B destination management company. Yeah, and this is usually what we work together with the companies which we are presenting. We have Elite Travel Albania, which is inbound incoming, but is business to consumer or B2C or business to client tour operator. Here we have excursions, and here we have also guaranteed departures, which we publish and sell from our web page, but also through other channels like agents throughout the world. But this is the number of the activities here are really low, and doesn't overlap with the LEDMC, what we do there. Huh? Elite Travel Agency is an outbound or outgoing business to client tour operator, which is specifically for Albanian-speaking markets throughout the. And then we have Lufthansa City Center, which is a travel agency chain. It's an international one, but here we do travel management. We do travel management. We do travel agency services, but also corporate travel for corporate accounts. Elite Academy, it's our most important. Let's say, I would say it's the most important profit center. I would not say profit because we don't profit here, but in kind, because here we are considering or we are securing our future to have always working with us the best talented people. And we do this not only for our corporation, but also for our suppliers and partners which work with us in the local. Elite Mobility is another profit center, which is a transportation company and rent a car and stuff like that. And then we have Elite Hospitality, which is the arm, the arm of the technology in hospitality services like PMS for hotels, PMS for restaurants, and MICE organizing and stuff like that. The other profit center is Elite Coaching, which is under considering now because we will have some other, we have a lot of expertise which we want to share, especially in the hospitality business. So this is a presentation. I mean, this is our values and mission and vision of the company. And since we are here and we have this website, I mean, that is what we are working for. And it's clear that we always support and always have a very, let's say, a very clear vision regarding what we do. And we are those that we are much more focused on the sustainability, and I will show you on this next slide now, which is where we do things. Yeah, for example, the education is our corporate social responsibility, where we offer first-in-class training, which begins with fundamental knowledge and guidelines about the professions, but also we do the practical part, exercises and final exams, where the youth or everybody could improve test competences acquired during this theoretical training. And then after this, the next step is the starting work. Yeah? So this we don't do only for our company, but we do also for general public. But also what is the most important is that we do also for our suppliers. That means that we want to deliver a standardized services throughout our suppliers, and we guarantee quality on this. So with the suppliers, we don't have only let's say a financial, relationship, but we have also a know-how relationship. We support them with know-how, we support them with technology, and we support them to be sustainable also, and also to be advanced with the latest technologies which and services updates we use nowadays. Huh? What is another thing that I need to discuss with you is that we are very much focusing also on training and reskilling our teams. So, and then this is good. And then also we take care that our team and your team communicate very well. And we pay attention that they love each other, because this is the only way we can grow business. If your team and our team doesn't have a synergy, doesn't have a mutual understanding, and doesn't have an agreement in the way they work with each other, then things can go very well. Otherwise, things can go with difficulties, and then can turn not satisfactory, because while we do business, we need also to get satisfaction. So in that sense, is that 95% of the work is done by us, operational, in the ground, and 5% belongs to you. But and the idea is that to staff, we always do our best to deliver and to allow them to have more time to take care of to do customer care in their end, and then take care of their clients and increase also the sales. So we are the first Albanian travel agency, travel company, Travel Life partner, and we are aiming to become Travel Life certified by 2020. So this was the plan, but now we postponed 6 months because of the pandemic. And this is also our sustainability statement, which is our day-to-day work, and that's our future. And when we say sustainability, it's not only being involving on the environment aspect, but it's also social aspect, economical aspect, but also accountability. Accountability is that every investment that we do with a partner, we reinvest it back to improve our services and to so when you work with us, your investments will not be wasted, because we will always invest it back to improve our services and protect your business in the future and make you stronger, even stronger in our destination. This is what our clients are saying about us, and you can go on Google and can see it, but this is just an illustration. So these are some of our profit centers, and these are achievements and awards we are receiving year on year. I mean, we joined Lufthansa City Center, the famous international franchise of travel agencies in 2015, and each and every year we received the awards for being responsible, but also when they monitor and when they value or evaluate you to become a top performer, it's not only being punctual on the payments, achieving the client satisfaction results, but also networking, doing things which are valuable for the network, and also being, let's say, good at the marketing, being good at the brand implementation, and other things which are part of this evaluation. So, flight connections from low-cost carriers. So you can see now that this is the map of the region. I mean, we are positioned here in Albania, but you can see that there is a lot of entry points in the region where many low-cost carriers are flying for Europe and from other destinations. And it's like Corfu, like Yanina, and then it's Parga here, it's Tirana, Ohrid Lake, North Macedonia with Skopje, it's Pristina, Podgorica, it's Tivat and Dubrovnik, Split, and stuff like that. So this is the region in all. So now we're doing a little bit of the Albanian facts. The population is 2.8 million, and I'm going fast here because
I just saw
so here's So this is a map of the region, and this is an entry map to Albania. This is to illustrate the distances, and we start from north. Number one, it's Kotor. That could be an entry point for a round trip, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So you could start a round trip from Kotor and go around and come back again to Kotor. Or could be an entry point to reach number 3, which is Velipoja. So these are the airports to enter. It's Kotor, it's Podgorica. Number 3, it's one of the beaches in north, Velipoja Beach, Shengin Beach.
Mm-hmm.
We have Durrës Beach. We have 6, it's Ohrid Lake, one of the oldest lakes in the world. And Pokalet's in Albanian side and already the other side.
Yep.
We have Vlora coast, and then we have Saranda and south coast. We have Corfu, which is a perfect location for the main gateway to Saranda, because it's the shortest way with 30 minutes. I will show you later what's there. And then we have Parga and Ionina. So these are the access points to enter the easiest in the destination. So, and here we have the distances. Tirana Durrës Golem is 30 to 40 minutes. Tirana to Vlora it's 120 minutes. Corfu Saranda it's 15, 30, 15, because it's like 50 minutes it's from airport to the harbor. 30 minutes is the speedboat, this one that you see here. And then 50 minutes is the other one. Ohrid Lake, and it's 20 minutes. Ohrid Airport, Ohrid Lake, it's only 20 minutes. And Ohrid Pogolet is 50 minutes. And Podgorica, Velipoja is 75 minutes. So these are more or less to create an idea. This is clear. So this is one of the beaches in the south of Albania. Some beaches here. And then we have the weather, you can see here. And I'm going fast here.
That's
So,
okay, I just saw this part, so I know.
weather and beach, as I explained earlier, you have to explain all this. We have in north, we have Adriatic coast with that those and there was
Sandy.
yeah, sandy beach and
Sandy and
shallow.
shallow versus rocky
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and pebbles.
And then regarding the culture, Albania is very diversified in the culture. That means that we have a lot of, let's say, we have a lot of sites which are under UNESCO, but not only. We have museum cities from the, and those are, all of them are different from each other. So that's the value of the destination, where we always, when you travel to Albania, none is similar. You travel to Elbasan, which is completely different from Tirana, and Tirana, which is completely different from Kruja, or Skoda, that is completely different from Elbasan and stuff like that. So everything is completely, we have five, this city you see here is the city of Berat under UNESCO. And this is a really great destination, and it's 2,400 years old city. But like this, we have other cities like Butrin, that ecological park. We have Gjirokastra city. We have Orin Lake Shore. We have Jablanica National Park, which is under the bordering Šibenik Jablanica Park, which is UNESCO considered one of the oldest forests in the world, in Europe and also in the world. And then we have also a lot of national parks. I mean, half of Albania is actually a national park, but we have also lagoons like Divjaga Lagoon, Arta Lagoon, and other places all over the country. So, and then we have accommodation offering. Most of the hotels, our structures are completely new, built in the last 20 years, but let's say 10 years. And the good thing is that some characteristics good are here, that they are newly built, have a very nice and charming design, different from each other, have most of them have.
Hotels can be more than 30 years old, can they?
No, that can be, yeah.
They can't really. The hotels, none of the hotels are more than 30 years old because they can't be before 1990, right? So
No, there are many
how many
others.
hotels were built before 1990? Bonus said there was only the one in Italy.
Yeah. So
So there weren't any. So there weren't any hotels before 90.
So that's
Older
why they're
buildings
all
that were
new.
remodeled.
Yeah, they're all new. Huh?
Yeah, everything's been revamped since then.
So and then we have they have very nice, charming places with wood carpet imitation, wood pavement imitation, white and with glasses and infinity pools and stuff like that that make it very fresh. Huh? And then outdoor activities, Albania, any kind of sport you can do in Albania, no matter. I mean you can do balloon, you can do anything. You can paragliding and horseback riding, kayaking, canoeing. Yeah. I mean, it's very simple. You go out of the hotel, you find a trail, you can make a hike 3-4 hours and come back to the hotel in the same position. So that's the idea. Touristic potential and the offer, the destination, the food is one of the most important, let's say, assets we have. Kitchen is like 50. It's a spoon base. Actually, we have a lot of dishes which change from the microclimates. I mean, it all depends from the regions because we are hilly and you cross the slope and there is a different climate. So they grow different vegetables and they grow different things. So that said is that our kitchen we have a lot of vegetables, salads, and agrumes, and we have a lot of, we use meat. Grill, it's used, but not the main, because we use many other things on meat, and we have any kind of pasta, and we do a lot of let's say, pastry products, and we do, let's say, a burek, pie, and cheese are very good, and the dairy products are very good in locals, and stuff like that. So it's all about, and at the end, I can say that our kitchen is like 50%. It's like 50% Mediterranean and Italian, 30% I would say Oriental, and then 20% it's Greek. So you can imagine what the fusion here is like, because Italian is because in the last 20 years we have had so many immigrants in Italy that returned back, and all of them brought this culture. Huh? We have unlimited kind of wines grown in place, and then we are like Tuscany 20 years ago, and every year the wines are getting better and better. So it's a wine, we will be a big wine seller in the next 20 years, I would say, because that's a very fashionable. Many companies are investing on that. We have rakia and cognac, brandy, and all these things. And the good thing in Albania is that also the chefs are very creative. So I can give an example. There are 3 restaurants next to each other, and none of them is cooking the same. They have their own way of cooking, and they want to be always different from each other. So that's in a way it's a very good, because in a 7 days in Albania you never get bored with the food. At least with this, I can guarantee. Okay, so these are the prices for Albania, average, and this is average price. And then I don't know if I can send you this information later, but these are the destinations, okay?
Yes.
So you can see that average price, no boards.
Right.
It's all overall, huh?
Right.
But you can look at this. Huh? So this is the most important. So this is one of the products. So the first product is the Sun and Beach and Leisure product.
Right.
This one now, it's the tailor-made products, and which we call it's the round trips business.
Right. Yeah.
So what are all this? These are imaginary round trips. For example, I can tell you why we have all these signs and why from Albania, because we can do the same. We can do from Budapest. We can do the same from other, but this is just to give you an idea. We can do from Sofia the same thing. Yeah? So the idea is that we do this imaginary tours because we want to give an impression and to open your mind and to give you the big picture.
Right.
Why we combine this? Because Istanbul, it's the home and the hub of Turkish Airlines.
Right.
That means that all international flights in and out Europe via coming with Turkish Airlines, they stop in Istanbul.
Right.
Same in Bucharest with Tarom, same in Budapest with Wizz Air. Same, it's Vienna. Vienna is the hub of Austrian Airlines, which is flying almost all over the world.
Right.
Munich is one of the others from Lufthansa Group, hub of Lufthansa Group.
Right.
Milan, it's also a hub of Alitalia, and Rome, it's a hub of Alitalia. Zurich, it's a hub of Swiss Air. And then Athens is Aegean, but also many other international, let's say, American and Canadian from North Europe, but also from Asia flying direct to Athens. So what we are doing is that all these companies, European companies, which are flying, they have an excellent connection with the cities within the Balkans.
Right.
They fly 2 times a day to Tirana, they fly 3-4 times to Zagreb and stuff like that. So the connection from overseas to here, it's really easy. And we want to connect all these hubs with a destination, so that makes a lot of good products in the destination. Because always number one question is how to come into the destination, and that's why we have done this big picture for you to understand how you can do things. Huh? So let's do. I will take an example, but because below I will show you. For example, you take a tour which is called the World of the Alexander the Great.
Yes.
So it's a tour where we name, it's very tempting, and we have done it with a name in order to make it appealing and to make it to sound a little bit, to rise the interest and to attract the tourists and the clients. And this has been one of the best sold tours in years. We've reached up to 70 trips per season from one company in this round trip. And the tour is that 2 nights in Tirana, first 2 nights. The second 2 nights, the 2 second nights are in Ohrid in North Macedonia, and then we do 2 overnights in Thessaloniki, 1 in Edirne, and 2 last overnights in Istanbul. And why is this? Because there's a story behind. Because the grandfathers of Alexander the Great were born in Albania, and he visits the place where he was born in Ohrid in the Bitola region, where is Heraclea, and then we bring them in Thessaloniki, in the area of Macedonia region, where he was grown, when he was educated, and he was formed as a general. And then when he did the Pan-Hellenic agreement to fight against Darius, and then we continue to first Alexandria, which is in the border, Alexandroupolis city, and then we end the tour in Istanbul, where in the archaeological museum, when his body is buried in the sarcophagus. That's the story, and the beauty of this trip is that this is one of the most beautiful scenic tours ever people can see, and this is a great tour because you have all the way through the mountains, you capture lakes, rivers, seashore, civilizations, UNESCO sites. So you have everything in this, and you see lakes. There is no geographical, let's say, thing that you don't see in this. But also you have four countries, 4 religions, 4 kind of foods, 4 type of different people and mentalities. So it's a combination of values and combination of cultural fusion that you can enjoy in this. So, and every day you see a different thing. Same is, for example, we do like Vienna. We do another tour, which is we call the Habsburgs. The Habsburg, we start in Bratislava, where the Habsburg family has been baptized. And then we continue to Vienna, where the Habsburg was seated. And then we continue to Melnik, one of the residences. We continue to Maribor, one of their biggest wine cellars, and then continue to Bosnia-Herzegovina, and we end in Mostar, and then we end up in Sarajevo, in the place where Prince Ferdinand has been killed, and then the First World War exploded. So this is the story of the Habsburg. Same we're doing the dictatorship in the Balkans, from Tirana to Bucharest. When in every country we visit residences of the ex-dictators. We start with Enver Hoxha dictator in Tirana, and we end up in the Ceausescu Palace in Romania, and we do this in 8 days. All our trips are always from A to B, and we never go the same path twice. And they are always smart, with not a lot of driving, but also a lot of ingredients inside. Same we do, for example, from Tirana to Valletta, and then we have another tour for the Venetians. This is the Blue Ionian trip, and we have another one from Tirana to Venetians, and we call it the Venetians, under the Venetian culture, or Chinese, or the part which is also part of the Silk Road trip. And then so we have another one which goes around, like ex-Yugoslavia trip, ex-Yugoslavian Albanian trip. And there are many others. So you see that the tours can go all around from A to A and go around back again from the other side, or from A to B.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
So these are the touristic routes and the greatest monasteries, for example, and then the land of Mother Teresa, greatest wine tasting, local cuisine, degustation, gastro. So these are the components we use for the trips, but also the theme tours, which we are using. It might happen that the tour group wants only the greatest monasteries. So we bring him in on the top best 2 greatest monasteries in Kosovo, Albania, North Macedonia, and Montenegro, but they don't visit only this, but it's a theme, but they do also a lot of color thing on the way. Yeah? So there is another one, so storytelling and theme tours like national parks, or music and dance, archaeology, or dictatorships with a historian, for example, all the way through, and the Ottoman, Roman, Austro-Hungarian that I told you, Alexander the Great, and stuff like that. Yeah? So this is over 60 adventure door programs. Every program, and you have the names here. Yeah, Dinarica, you say, Peaks of the Balkans.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
This is great, and we do everything: hiking, biking, cycling,
right.
All things here. Huh?
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
So this is one of the most important regions. It's this is the biggest garden of adventure in Europe. I would say firmly can confirm this.
Okay.
And the first one is Via Dinarica, shared between Bosnia-Herzegovina, Montenegro, Albania, Kosovo, North Macedonia. Another one, number 2, is Peaks of the Balkans, between Albania, Kosovo, and Montenegro. The number 3 is Korab and Shar Mountains, between Albania, Kosovo, and North Macedonia. Lakes and south coast, between Albania and Pindus, between North Macedonia, Albania, and Greece. And then we have a Mediterranean coast, which is
From Montenegro.
from
away,
Montenegro,
Greece.
yeah, to all down to Greece on the coast side. You can do
Right.
any kind of ski, I mean, kite surfing and everything on a
Yeah,
sea sport and whatever. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a nice product. We call this Sun Destinations 12 months. And if you go, you see that this, we go always on the trips, and there are 6-7 trips here. We always go on the Sun Destinations. And this is smart traveling. From October to March, all this region, these lines are going, are off-season. It's smart to travel, especially old people. They don't want to travel in the winter because they don't like to be in the sun. They don't like to be in the crowds. They don't like to pay a lot of money. So that's the best way to go to let them travel, because the temperatures here are so mild that they can be 15 to 20 degrees, and then they can enjoy the sun of the winter. And then rather than paying expensive 5-star hotels in the summer season, they can go out of the season and they pay less, and they stay in 5-star hotels and pay for 3-star hotel. They pay less money on the let's say on the attractions of local people. They can have more free time, more spaces for themselves. So they have quality time, huh?
Right.
And they have the time, they have the money, but they don't, and they have also the time to enjoy. Huh? So the benefits they have is that they use no crowds and no queues. Pay 3-star hotels and get 5-star service, and that's all overall value for money. At the end of the day, this is sustainability,
Right.
because this money goes back to communities on difficulties and so, but they get also quality service.
Right.
Yeah. So another product which is important is MICE in Albania, which is meetings, incentive, conferences, and exhibitions. Here are some brief data. You can see the numbers here, and so the main destination for MICE are Tirana, Durzgor, and Saranda. And then we have also business. We beside the MICE, we organize also for business workshops, exhibitions, and presentations. We do team buildings like outdoor activities, cooking classes, brainstorming, corporate events, conferences, employee rewards, corporate trainings, parties, weddings, banquets, and all these things. Then another product is FIT and luxury travel,
right,
which is core for us, and we have been serving to very big names, and one of them is Nicolas Sarkozy and his wife. Okay, he's now in jail, but it's okay.
Who?
Nicolas Sarkozy.
Who's that?
The ex-French was the French president.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, and we have been with many international world championship like Italy, Germany, and all this. We did a lot of services for them, but also with celebrities and a lot of services. Right. And what we are good at this is that we are taking care and attention to all their needs.
Right.
They have a very special dedicated person who listen to them, who take care of that and describe their persona. Yeah. That's very important. And that is what we do the best. We get them the information, what they want, where I have been earlier, what is the kind, we do the profile of the client, what is the need, and then we build the product for them. Right. And the product that we deliver to them, it's always delivered, but also we have a B and C plan ready in order to make it always satisfactory. Yeah. So there is no more one plan, but there are 3-4 plans which are in place immediately. But one thing is important, it's that health and safety. It's #1 priority, and the #2 priority is prevention. Right. So we don't want to deal with problems, but we want to prevent the problems. Yes. That's the idea. And therefore we have beach resorts, rural escapes, private adventure tours with helicopters, and private luxury transportation, VIP access, and on all sides, unique deals and whatever. Huh? Right. So these are some of the hotels we have in Albania, but not only.
Okay.
And then we have why work with us? Because that's not that's a very big question. And normally, you might have a partner. No, I mean I don't. The idea is that we don't want to change. You don't need to change a partner with another one. What the reason that you are work? I mean, we are approaching you is that we are first of all we are digital. That means that preventing unhappy situation is what we do day to day. Number two, it's HR know-how. So, for example, we check all suppliers for health and safety before we add them into our system.
Right.
We have been conducted by the best world-class advisors as ETG International for all complex procedures of security, health, and safety.
Right.
We rely on certified processes which are implemented to business structure, and all is combined with HR and digital tools.
Right.
And this is called SMS, the Safety Management System.
Right.
And then the fourth is sustainability. So sustainability, again, it's all we say. It's always all about being responsible, paying suppliers on time, paying employees on time, investing your money back to improve our service for the next year. So investment are secure and you don't need to spend money every year and find a change a partner. And also we take care of other things in social, economical, and also accountability. That's the sustainability. So sustainability is being fair with anyone. That's the meaning of sustainability. Yeah? That's so a partner that works for you in the long run.
Yes.
So this is your family dedicated team support team. And then these are our numbers we delivered throughout Eastern Europe.
In 2019.
2019. No, these are the numbers of the inventory we have.
Okay.
So we have around 299 tailor-made activities, 793 local guys and troop leaders in the system. We have around 1,313 contracted attractions, around 1,550 contracted restaurants, and around 1,525 contracted hotels in the system.
Okay.
Because we have been in Plau since 2011. These are our numbers we delivered in 2019. Right. 4,970 activities sold, 10,000 number of work days for tour guides and local guides, 60,000 menus sold in round trips, around 82,000 overnights on round trips, and around 6.5 million kilometers made by our company fleet and third-party fleet. This is one of our best buses in action. And then, yeah, so welcome you to our region and looking forward to inspire you and your colleagues and guests. Thank you. Can I stop this?
Yeah.
Okay. Po më vete si kërkune Izraelit të shumë dhe thamë ka shkyp një tha nga Rusia, tha një partner juj. Thamë tha për promovu hotelin e shumë, shumë e në gjithë që kush të shkojtë. Ishte Andrej këtë. Edhe që thënë për shumë ku letë për promovu hotelin. Po që opinit?